Okay. So yesterday we were talking about our learning approach, how we are going to spend every week, what would be our weekly target and all. I hope everybody went through that Excel sheet and you have a basic idea understanding now, right? What and how you are going to proceed.
Yes,
Yes.
Okay. Now first thing what we will do now is, now if you talk about SAP FICO, it's all about what? Accounting or anything else,
completely about accountings.
right? If you're talking about SAP FICO, it is purely referring to accounting. I hope everybody is clear with this point, right? It's all about accounting.
Yes, sir.
Now there are 2 points here. So first point is general accounting. Next one is
Tirupati.
business accounting. Those who are not talking, please go on mute. First one is general accounting. Second one is business accounting. And then comes your SAP accounting. Meaning, can we directly get into SAP accounting or we cannot?
No, first we need to understand general accounting and business accounting.
Right? Directly, you cannot go to SAP accounting. Even if you try to get into SAP accounting directly, you will not understand anything. It's not about your knowing, it's all about your understanding, right? If we wanted to understand everything from practical point of view in a scenario based conceptual manner, you must understand general accounting first, later on understand business accounting, and then it will be easy for you to know what is SAP accounting, because there are differences. To be very particular, how many of you studied accounting? Anybody studied accounting? Maybe intermediate,
Yes, sir.
BCom, MCom,
Yes, sir.
MBA,
Yeah, I am BCom.
right?
Computers.
Now, in your accounting, whatever you studied in the academic, in your companies, whatever you see the accounting, is there any relevance?
Uh,
You saw that it's all the same, whatever I studied, whatever is happening in a company, it is the same. Anybody felt it? Or it
no,
is
sir.
different?
Max, it is different, sir.
No, sir.
Because academic point of view, accounting is different. Business point of view, accounting is different. And SAP point of view, accounting is different. Though the concept is the same, name is the same, but there are differences, there are variations which we need to understand. Otherwise, what will happen? We will end up reading a content which is not relevant, right? Which is not helpful.
Yes.
You need to make sure the effort that you put should be helpful, should be meaningful, should be result oriented. Otherwise, okay, I need to know accounting first. People will go Google, YouTube, XYZ to get the basic accounting information, but you do not know whether it is required or not required. Point number one. Point number two, you need to know to what extent it is required, right? Are we learning accounting? Are we revising accounting for a SAP FICO consultant point of view or to become an accountant?
SAP point of view.
We are now referring to accounting from a SAP FICO point of view, not to become an accountant, not to become an end user. Am I right? Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Meaning there should be a limit. When I say there should be a limit, you should have that clarity. Yes, this is my objective, this is my purpose. For this purpose, this much is enough. What exactly is required, we need to have a clear cut understanding. Otherwise, we will end up reading so many things, but nothing will get into our mind. So, point number one, you need to focus on general accounting. As per the general accounting, what we will do, if you look at everything, you'll have to take from a generic point of view. When we say general accounting, accounting records, journal entries, right or wrong?
Yes. Correct knowledge.
Accounting records, journal entries, and
Classify into ledgers.
journal entries will allow us to prepare ledger accounts. Is this also correct?
Yes.
Similarly, ledger accounts allow us to know the
Trial balance.
closing balance, right? Ledger account will give you what closing balance, right? Every ledger account contains opening balance and then closing balance from your academic point of view. Balance carry forward, balance brought forward, balance carry down, balance brought down. Yes, no? Anybody remember? Balance C by D, balance B by D.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
It is referring to that. And closing balances allow us to prepare
Trial balance.
trial balance. Similarly, trial balance allow us to prepare P&L and balance sheet. Right or wrong?
Correct, sir.
Correct. So meaning from your general accounting point of view, it's all about writing a journal entry until what? Balance sheet. Writing a journal entry until balance sheet. From a generic or from a general accounting point of view, you need to know the process of recording everything, preparing everything manually on your own. If you take any transaction, if you look at any accounting entry, you must know how this accounting entry or how this a transaction will affect your financial. We are no longer in academic to say that okay, half you take on the liability side, half you take on the asset side, half you take on the debit side, half you take on the credit side. For sure, you will pass. This was our academic approach, right? Write in the format, you will get 2 marks. Yes, no.
Yeah.
So here it is not like that. In accounting, format is very very important. You cannot do the way you want it. That is the reason. Even in our academic, if you don't write anything, if you just put a T-shape account, write on the top DR debit, CR credit, we used to get 2 marks. Am I right or wrong? Just scale and then pencil used to give us 2 marks or not in accounting. Just format. Leave it blank. If you put format, you used to get 2 mark because in accounting, format is very very important. You cannot do the way you want it. You must follow the format. Only in the respective format you need to record whatever you want. Once that is done, next you need to ensure from a journal entry until the balance sheet preparation, what and all is happening, what you need to know, it must be on your fingertips. When I say it must be on your fingertip, you have to put a little additional effort to gain this confidence. And you don't need to remember, you don't need to by heart any accounting entry. Reason, all these are business transactions, all these are end user activities. Your user will do all these things. Even if you do not know the accounting entry, user will tell you as part of the requirement, we would be debiting this account, crediting this account. They will tell you everything. But make sure if somebody is talking accounting, if somebody is asking what will be the impact, how it will affect our financials and all, you must be in a position to talk, you must be in a position to explain and then convince them. If this is not happening, it's a straightforward your failure in the project. Client will start telling that your consultant does not even understand what we are talking. Your consultant does not know basics of accounting. Please bring somebody who understands what we're talking. That is how they will give negative feedback. Not because of your SAP knowledge, because of your accounting knowledge, you're getting a negative feedback here. Right? This is from a basic accounting point of view. This is what will happen. Now, to record any journal entry, we need debit and what? Credit. Am I right? To record any journal entry, we need a debit and credit. Any idea what is debit, what is credit? Anybody is aware? Debit, credit? Anybody heard it before?
Yeah. Debit is a positive number and credit is a negative number. Can I say that?
Okay. Any other?
Yeah, we have golden rules.
It depends on the business transaction type. Based on that, we need to apply golden rules and we need to decide either this business transaction comes under debit or credit.
Okay. In short, is it possible to record any journal entry, accounting entry, without debit, without credit?
Not possible.
Not possible. Now, accounting is all about money, right or wrong?
Yes.
Right? So, we use accounting whenever there is a monetary or financial transaction. Is this correct?
Yes.
When we talk about financial transaction or when you talk about monetary transaction, it is all referring to money related, right? If you talk about financial transaction or if you talk about monetary transaction, is it referring to money related or not money related?
Money related.
It's all money related. It is all money related. Now, money can have two effects. Money can have two effects. First one, it will increase. Second one, it will decrease, right? Yes, no?
Yes.
I have money. When I receive money, my money will be increased. When I spend money, my money will be decreased. Any other possibility? Is there any other effect to money other
No,
than
sir.
these two? Is there any other effect? Point number
No.
one, it can increase. Point number two, it can decrease. Any other thing?
No.
No, right?
No, sir.
Let's say you have 1,000 rupee. Your 1,000 rupees can become 500 rupee, 800 rupee, 900 rupee, or it can become 1,200, 1,500, 2,000. It will go up or it will come down. Correct or not? You understood the logic or not? It can either go up or it can come down. Now, this movement in the money, whether it is going up or it is coming down, will be represented in your accounting with the help of debit and credit. In short, your debit and credit tells the money movement, right? Movement meaning what? It can be either increase or decrease.
Yes.
Movement meaning what? It will be increased or it will be decreased. Meaning DR/CR. What are this?
Debit, credit.
Debit.
Debit, credit will tell us why money, not why, if money increased or decreased. Clear? Debit, credit will tell us if money is increased or it is decreased. Now, how it will tell us? There are again different rules, right? Just like that, you will not come to any conclusion. Okay, debit meaning received, credit meaning given. You cannot come to conclusions just because of debit and credit. You need to understand different further points beyond this. Now, we were talking about journal entries, right? When we talk about journal entries, everybody is clear what is a journal entry in short. Accounting entries, journal vouchers. There are many names to it, right? Any other name?
Single entry.
Not single entry.
Double entry bookkeeping.
No. Okay, leave it. Let us stick to these three names: journal entry, accounting entry, or journal voucher. All are same. Everything is the same. Here, what you're doing, you're writing, let's say, you have date, and then you have particulars, and then you have this is particulars, then you have debit, and then you have credit. Okay, is this clear for everyone? Is this the format that we studied long back?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, this is the format we studied long back to write or to record any accounting entry. Meaning for every accounting entry, date is required, particulars are required, and you'll have to put debit amount, credit amount. In short, to write the accounting entry, debit credit is important or not important?
It's important.
It's important.
Debit credit is important, without which your accounting entry is not possible. Now you cannot decide just like that, okay, I'll keep it on the debit side, I'll keep it on the credit side. Before you know whether it is a debit or it is a credit, what you need to understand?
Nature of that account.
No. Before you go to whether it is a debit or it is a credit, what we need to understand? Based on what you will decide whether it should go to debit side or it should go to credit side. What will tell you to decide it is a debit or it is a credit?
Money
Golden rule.
movement.
There are rules, something called Golden rules of accounting. Anybody heard this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Something called golden rules of accounting.
Yes.
Only with the help of this, all over the world, you will be able to decide whether it is a debit or credit. There is no other magic. There is no other logic. This is the only thing. Right? How many rules are there?
3 rules.
Three.
There are 3 rules. We have 3 rules. What are those 3 rules?
Personal,
Real and nominal.
real account, nominal.
First one is personal accounts. Second one is
Real accounts.
real accounts. Third one is nominal
Nominal.
accounts. There are 3 rules. Based on these 3 rules, we need to know whether your account will be debited or it will be credited. Right. If you come down to write a little more, as per personal account, what will happen?
Then
You have debit,
The
the
receiver,
receiver.
credit the giver.
Credit the giver.
debit the receiver. Let's write only the debit. As per real account, debit what?
What comes in.
What comes in?
What comes in?
Debit what comes in. As per nominal account, debit meaning what?
Debit all expenses.
Expenses and losses.
Expenses and losses. Similarly, when you talk about credit, as per personal account, credit what?
Giver.
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 Credit the giver. As per real account, credit what?
Goes
What
out.
goes out?
What goes
What goes out? Okay. Nominal account,
Income and
Income
gain.
and gains.
it's all about incomes and gains. Are these correct?
Yes.
You just need to focus on debit credit. That's all. No other option. You must know this. If you know it, you'll understand any accounting entry. If you do not know this, you will not understand any accounting entry. It may be just a guessing. When I say just a guessing, if I simply put an example, rent paid, what accounting entry you will write?
Rent account and
Rent account debit to bank account.
Rent
Bank
account
account.
debit to bank account or rent account
Bank
debit to cash
account.
account,
To cash
something or the other. Automatically, there is an accounting entry coming into the mind or not,
Yes.
right? Meaning initially only we need to look at this. Once you look at it, the initial stage, later on you don't even realize that you are looking at these points, because all these things will be happening in the back end automatically in our mind, right? You don't need to put any special attention to it. It gets automatically processed in your mind and it will give you the right answer. Now you're all telling rent account debit, bank account credit. Why rent debit?
The rent is a
Expense.
expenses.
Expense.
It's an
Because
expense.
rent is expense, whatever reasoning that you have, but you're right only, right? Right? Rent account debit, bank account credit. I told rent paid, and you told rent account. You told rent account debit, bank account credit. Did I tell whether we paid rent by bank or cash?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Then how you assumed? Why did you tell bank account? All these things will work in your academics. If you listen rent, rent debit, cash credit, rent debit, bank credit, is your accounting from your academic point of view. But from a business point of view, you must know how did you pay, right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Right. Yes.
Rent paid. To whom you paid rent? Who will receive money? If you pay rent, money is going out.
Yes. Two owners.
Who is receiving money?
Lender.
Landlord, right? Owner.
Land.
Then why you are not telling landlord? Why you are telling rent to bank account? Bank meaning money is going. Where who is taking money? There is something called receiver, right? Your money is going out and somebody should receive the money.
Yes.
You got my point?
Yes.
Meaning the way you start looking at the accounting, then you will start understanding what is accounting. Otherwise, we will end up making certain mistake, and these mistakes will never allow us to understand accounting, because sometimes you feel you're right, sometimes you feel you're wrong, and you will not understand why you're wrong, you will not understand why you're right. That's where the confusion comes, correct or not?
Yes.
That shouldn't be the situation. You need to ensure, I know why I am debiting, I know why I am crediting, because it is all based on the golden rules of accounting. I am good at it. At least I know what are these rules. If you are good at this rule, if you are aware of this rule, majority chances are very, very, very less that you will make a mistake, you will get confused. Most likely, you will have that clarity on accounting if you know this point. Let's say, if I say salary is paid, what is the entry for it?
Salary account data to bank account. Bank account.
Salary account debit, bank account credit. Okay, but who is receiving salary?
Employees.
Employee. Why you are not debiting employee account? You should debit. No, but bank account meaning bank is going out. Salary meaning someone should receive your money, right?
Yes, sir.
Right? Who is receiving salary?
Employee.
Employee account. Then why employee is not getting debited? Rent you are debiting receiver, landlord. Salary, why you're not receiving, why you're not debiting the employee?
It's a representative group of employees.
No, rent is
Meaning,
actually landlord is a creator, sir.
meaning straight away by hearting, straight away guessing will not work in accounting, right or wrong?
Yes.
So don't think that, okay, I understood rent meaning I can write entry for any expense. You will make a mistake, because it is not based on guessing. It is not based on any other thing. It is strictly based on this. If you know this, you will understand what is what. If you don't know this, you will get confused in such a way that tomorrow when you're working in a project, you will not even understand the requirement given by the user. You will not even understand the ticket issue given by the user, because from a business point of view, your end user, your client will talk to you in the accounting terminology, right? Am I right? They will talk to you in the accounting. They say that, okay, we are doing so and so, but when I debit this account, I'm getting a negative impact in my P&L. Why this impact is coming in my P&L? Or I'm okay to do this, but how it will affect our financials? If your client is asking how this is going to affect our financial or our accounting, what is the impact on the P&L? If you are unable to understand, if you are not able to explain the reasoning for this, will your user client be okay or they are not okay?
Not okay.
Not okay.
For sure they are not okay, because here they need your accounting understanding. Here they want you to explain in the accounting terminology. Meaning from the beginning, if you pay attention to every point, as you progress, as you move forward, you will eliminate all the possible issues that you are supposed to face in a project. Right? Now, if I remove this, if I remove it, we need to understand when you talk about a debit, when you talk about a credit. Now, debit has got three meanings, credit has got three meanings.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sir, can you please let us know the which type of accounts are comes in personal, real, and
We
nominal?
will
Because
discuss.
some
We'll
of us
continue in
are
our
not from
discussions.
accounting background.
You'll understand every point. This is only the basic we're talking. I'll explain every point clearly. Okay. Now here, debit is a straightforward or it is not straightforward.
Not straightforward. It has three meanings.
Right? Debit is not straightforward. Reason, there are three meanings for debit. Similarly, credit is not straightforward. There are three meanings to it. Am I clear for everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Meaning, before you decide whether to debit, whether to credit, before you understand why debit, why credit, you need to know this. Then only you will understand whether it is right, wrong, or why they did it like that. In short, if you say debit, credit, can I say debit is a positive number? Is this correct?
Yes.
Debit is a positive number, credit is a negative number. When I say positive number, if I simply put something like 100, I'll put 100. Can you differentiate between positive and negative?
Not possible.
No, sir.
How can I differentiate positive, negative?
Put minus sign.
Plus and
I have to
minus.
put a minus sign. So can I keep minus here?
Yes.
In
Okay.
bracket.
Now, this is one way that you are able to write the number. This is one way you are able to write the number. Now, this is a normal number. What number? Normal number. But you're writing this number for what purpose? For accounting or any other purpose?
Account.
For accounting.
Accounting. For accounting, you must write the number in the accounting format. Which format? You must write the number in accounting format. Accounting format always including a decimal. Including what?
Decimal.
Decimal. Decimal meaning what?
Paisa.
Point
Cent.
zero.
Point, you will get it right. Paisa in our this one. Depending on the currency, decimal has got a different meaning. If you look at India, you will represent paisa. If you look at US, you will represent cent, right?
Yes.
Depending on the currency, decimal has got a different meaning. Now let us look at India point of view. 100 meaning what? 100 rupees, right?
Yes, sir.
Correct or not? 100 meaning 100 rupees.
Yes.
So I have to put 100.00, right or wrong?
Yes.
Yes.
Why only two zeros? Why not single zero?
No,
Why
100
not three
paisa is
zeros?
1
Till
rupee.
99, no? 99 paisa.
Because you have until 99 only. For everything there is a logic. You need to understand. Okay. Now I'm not able to keep .00, right? Here, if I put .01, let's say .01, is it okay now? 100.01. Negative also 100.01.
Yes.
Is it easy to understand or it is a little tricky to understand?
Easy to understand.
Easy to.
Right? But this is not the right format to write number as per accounting. Why? To write number as per accounting, you need to keep in comma style. Meaning in accounting, you have, or in number from an amount point of view, you have tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000, million, billion, trillion, and so on. Right or wrong? Correct?
Yes.
Now to do it, I have to select it I have to click on this comma style. Which one? You will find it on the Excel sheet. As a FICO consultant, your role will be more on Excel sheet. So it is equally important you are good at Excel sheet. At least you are manageable at Excel sheet. I don't know what is your level of understanding on Excel sheet. At least at basic level, you need to have good hands-on experience on Excel sheet. This is part of your checklist. Am I clear? For your learning, Excel sheet
Yeah.
is also part of your course content. So you must be good at Excel sheet, basic formulas at least. If I click on the comma style, now see how the amount is represented. Minus is becoming what?
Bracket.
Bracket, right? You cannot put this bracket from your end. If you put minus, automatically system will take the bracket, right? Because you're writing the data in accounting format. Top you can see accounting. Even in Excel sheet there is accounting, right?
Yes.
Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
But unfortunately we only do not know there is something called accounting. There is something called accounting that you'll have to apply. Excel is also telling accounting if you look at properly. Correct or not? When we start realizing every point, you start connecting every dot, then you will realize, then you'll understand, okay, this is how we need to do it, this is why we need to do it. The reasons is what you'll have to understand, then you feel more comfortable, more confident. Now this is in 100. What if my amount is, for example, something like 25,000 and 50 pies? Possible or not?
Yes.
If it is 25,050 pies, in general, you have two things here. One is dot, one is comma. Where to use dot, where to use comma?
For paisa dot and comma just for separation, like 100,000 separation.
Yeah. Comma is for separating the thousands. Dot is for separating decimals. Paisa, right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Right? And this can be used other way around also. When you look at from SAP point of view, it can be other way around also. Meaning, don't blindly stick to any one meaning, any one definition. Understand how other ways can be used. Right? I can say 1000 is equal to 1000 in SAP. Correct or not? This also is equal to 1000 in SAP. Am I right or wrong? Similarly, I can say same thing. This is equal to decimal in SAP. Same thing, dot can also be equivalent to decimal in SAP. Now everything has got two meanings. Correct or not? You're referring to this and this same meaning, right? Are these two same or not? Easy or confusing now?
Confusing, sir. Standard format is.
Right? This is confusing. From your general point of view, from our general understanding, it's a blind logic. Comma is a thousand separator. Agree or not? If you have to write it 25,000 or if you have to put 1000, where you will put comma?
After 100.
Hmm?
After 1.
After 1. Why after 1? Because 100 meaning 3 digit, right? Why after 1000? 100 meaning how many digits?
2 digits.
100. 100 is 3 digit or 2 digit?
100 is 3 digits.
3 digit. You separated because you separated thousands. So 1000 is 4 digit. Correct or not?
Yes.
Now 1000 I kept after 1 because 1 is 1000. So it's a 4 digit. What if I put 23,000? Where should I keep comma? After 2?
After 23, sir.
After
After
23.
23.
Why? Because you are separating hundreds, thousands, right? 100 meaning always 3 digit.
Yes.
Meaning you have different ways of understanding it, but make sure whatever the way you have the understanding, when you write the number, you write the right number. Nobody will ask you why 23 comma, why 1 comma. Nobody will ask this, but make sure you are clear, you are comfortable, you are not having any confusion here. Am I clear? It's all about your understanding, your comfort, to ensure you are not getting any confusion. Otherwise, SAP will bring the confusion in your mind. This 1000 can be represented by SAP like this or like this also. SAP will represent 1000 like this also. SAP will represent 23,000 like this also. Am I correct or not? SAP will show the number in 2 ways because there is a setting in SAP through which you can decide what will be the 1000 separator. Whether you want to separate 1000 with the help of a comma or with the help of a dot, you need to choose in your user ID. Reason, in some countries they use comma for separating 1000. In some countries they use a dot. Because when you're becoming a SAP FICO consultant, you're no longer sticking to India or any one particular country, right? You're now a global candidate. You're now international, no longer local, you are international now. So look at everything from an international point of view and start understanding things in that way so that you feel what you're doing is what you're understanding. Otherwise, one way it is correct, the other way it is wrong, and you never know when the other way comes into the picture. Now, either ways, whatever the logic that and all we have listed, it's all referring to positive and negative number. Now you have a clarity how to differentiate positive, negative number or not. Is this clear now? Or you start getting a little confusion now?
Yes, sir.
Clear, right? If you have any confusion, it's all good confusion only, because all these confusions at the beginning are important for you to clear once for all. It has to be a one-time effort so that in lifetime there should be no confusion because of this. Now, positive number, negative number. Now, you also need to understand account types. Now, these things will have different meanings. Depending on the scenario, we need to understand. At this moment, when we refer to account type, we are writing two categories. One is P&L accounts. Second one,
Balance sheet.
balance sheet accounts. When you talk about P&L account, how many categories you have in P&L?
2 types.
Two types. What are those two types?
Expenses and incomes. Income accounts.
Expenses and income. What about balance sheet?
Assets and
Assets and liabilities.
Are these four clear for everyone?
Yes.
Anybody heard these four names anytime? Or anybody hearing for the first time? In short, everybody is aware of these 4 points, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Somewhere or the other, you came across these four terminology. Now you need to understand all the accounting entries, whatever you write, is between these four only. Any debit, any credit that you write is one of these four, either asset or liability or income or expense. Now you have ideal balance for every account. When you say ideal balance, if I start writing assets, liabilities, incomes, and then expenses. Asset will always show debit balance or credit balance.
Debit.
Debit.
It always shows debit balance. What about liability?
Credit balance.
Liability always shows credit balance. What about income?
Credit balance.
Credit.
Credit balance. What about expense?
Debit.
Is this clear for everyone? And you must remember this. There is no other shortcut to it. You must remember it. Understood, right? Understood or not?
Yes.
Meaning
it's
to understand
it's
this
it's
first
coming from
point.
golden rules only, right?
Yeah. To understand this, you need to ensure you are in a position to identify these four categories, right? You should know what is asset, what is liability, what is income, what is expense. You must be in a position to segregate. Meaning, if I say rent paid, you directly told accounting entry, rent account debit, bank account credit, right?
Yes.
We listed something called as rent debit, bank credit. Rent account debit. Why rent debit?
It's an expenses.
And is expense.
Because this is an expense. Expense shows debit balance. You put debit. Correct. Why bank credit? Bank is an asset, right?
Asset.
Asset shows debit balance. Then why credit? So meaning
Money is
again,
going.
there is no blind mapping of debit and credit. Right or wrong?
Yes.
There is no blind mapping. Don't think that okay, expense meaning every time debit, debit, debit. No. It's not always like that. You need to ensure you're looking at these fundamental rules to understand why debit, why credit. Otherwise, you will make a mistake in such a way that you will never realize the mistake. That is how the mistakes will happen in accounting. Even if you look at 3-4 times cross verifying, still you will feel what I did is correct only, but what you did is wrong. But you will never realize your mistake. At that level, mistakes will happen in accounting. If you know it properly, you do it proper. If you do not know it properly, you will make a mistake wherein you will never realize the mistake. At that level, it will make you make mistake. Right? And once a mistake is made, it is very difficult to identify. When I say it is very difficult to identify, if you take a simple example, most of you would have studied accounting, right? BCom and all, wherein you used to get some accounting formulas to write journal entries, prepare a trading account, P&L account, draft a balance sheet. Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
In that case, if your balance sheet is tallied, it is fine. If your balance sheet is not tallying, is it easy task to identify or it's a difficult task?
Top.
It is tough, right? You will make up so many further mistakes, right? You never know where things went wrong. And you will end up making a lot of corrections, which is not allowed. If you go it in a proper way, you will not make any mistake. If you made a mistake, it is not so easy to identify where mistake happened. In the similar way, even when you're looking at the accounting here, look at it in a proper way from the beginning so that later on, as you progress, as you move forward, you don't make any mistake. Once you start making mistake, same thing, you will have to come to this point to understand why I'm getting confused with debit and credit with accounting, or in my project why I'm not able to understand the requirement. You will again have to come back to the same point. The reason, this is the base for everything. When we say this is the base for everything, you need to make sure the way the accounting entry to be written, in the similar way you need to write. The way accounting entry to be understood, in the similar way you need to understand. Now, are these debit credit ideal balances are clear?
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
Here
sir.
you're talking about balance, not entry, right? What are you referring? You're referring to balance, not entry. Now there are two types of balances. One is opening balance. Second one is what?
Closing.
Closing balance. So this ideal balance is referring to opening balance, closing balance. Which balance is what it is referring to? Ideally, both are same, right? If you go straight forward, both are different. If you go reverse, both are same. Meaning,
Today's opening balance is some other day's closing balance.
if I go through opening balance, okay, my opening balance is 100, let's assume. My closing balance can be 150. Possible?
Possible.
Yes. Yeah.
If I come the other way around, if my closing balance is, let's say, 320, my opening balance will be
320.
320. It's all depending on how you're looking at it, right or wrong?
Yes.
It is purely dependent on how you're looking at it. Otherwise, the way it is simple, the way it is easy, in the equal way it is tough, it is difficult. Right or wrong? All depends on your approach, your understanding. If your approach is correct, if your understanding is correct, everything is fine. If not, you will make mistakes where you will never realize it is a mistake, and these mistakes will prove you that you are unfit for accounting or you are unfit for consulting. Okay, is this clear? Anyway, we will do all these things practically. I'll give different small assignment wherein you will work on all these points to understand once for all without any confusion. After this, you need to understand something called as, there is something
తర్వాత చేస్తాం రేపు.
accounting cycle. Anybody heard accounting cycle?
Yes, it starts from recording of
Financial.
transactions till financial
Right?
statements prepared.
So it is purely from business transaction. Which transaction? Business transaction, not personal transaction. Business transaction. And then you need to write journal entry. After this,
Ledger.
Yes.
ledger accounts. Next,
Trial balance calculation. Trial balance.
trial balance. Next,
P&L
P&L.
account.
Profit and loss statement. Next,
Balance sheet.
balance sheet. Clear? Okay. Now, all depends on your business transaction understanding. Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
Everything is dependent on the business transaction understanding. If you understand the business transaction properly, everything will be fine. If you have any confusion on business transaction understanding, everything will be wrong, meaning you will make mistakes. Now, the proof is within accounting. If everything is correct, your trial balance will become zero, right? Am I correct or not?
Yes.
If your accounting is right, your TB will become zero. Is my statement correct or wrong?
Correct.
If your business transaction understanding is correct, your journal entries are correct, your ledger accounts are correctly made, your TB will become zero by default. 0.00 it has to be, not just a zero. And then you have balance sheet, which will tell something like, let's say 100 and minus 100. Meaning what? Asset liability, same number.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
This is what will happen if your accounting is correct. If not correct, point number 1, TB will not become zero. Point number 2, balance sheet will not match or will not tally rate. Asset value, liability value will be different. And you need to make sure how these are prepared, how these are calculated. If any mistake is happening, why, where mistake had happened, you must be in a position to go back and then identify the problem on your own. If this is happening, it is fine. If it is not happening, then there is a problem. If this is not happening, for sure there is a problem which you need to fix, which you need to rectify even before you start looking at SAP. If these problems are there, you make a mistake. There's no doubt about it. And you will make mistakes wherein you will never know why this mistake is happening. Where mistake is happening, it's difficult to detect. So such mistakes you should not make. Now, the same cycle, is it applicable everywhere in accounting?
It will varies industry to industry.
No. It is common everywhere. Because you're not writing anything called as SAP, Tally, ERP and all, right? Pharma, all this kind of thing. It is common everywhere. Every company will have to record their business transaction or not.
Would you please explain the balance sheet again? Like 100 and minus 100 is like asset and
It's
like
asset and liability. Correct.
So
asset and
so the
liability.
balance sheet should also be zero. That's what you're
Zero.
saying?
Correct. If you
Okay.
take asset and liability, it will be zero, meaning asset value, liability value must be equal. Now, first point, when you talk about business transaction, it is purely related to business only, right? Name itself is telling. Right? Name itself is telling it is a business transaction, meaning something related to business. Can we consider personal entries, personal transaction?
No.
You cannot. You have to strictly consider only business transaction. If it is related to business, you do whatever it is. If it is not related to business, you are not supposed to do it. Reason for the accounting, there is a verification or not at the end. For the accounting at the end, is there any verification or there is no verification? From a company point of view.
Audit.
Audit verification.
Right? Audit is there. What will audit do?
The entries are posted right or not.
posting that
Verify documentation.
document.
They will verify whether you posted, whether you followed the accounting correctly or not, whether you declared the right profit or not. You got my point, right? And they will verify it. How do they verify? Now, when you talk about auditor, now what is the qualification of an auditor? Can anybody become an auditor?
CA.
CA, right? Strictly CA. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, what this auditor will do, auditor will verify whether your accounting is correct as per the accounting principle, right? As per the accounting standard. Now, any company who is operating in India will have to prepare this. Now, this is common everywhere. This is global. This is common across any country in this world. This is common. But while preparing it, every country has got their own accounting. In India, what is the accounting that is used?
India's
In India, companies will follow which accounting to prepare their financials?
Indian GAAP, IFRS,
IFS.
India.
Indian GAAP,
accounting standard.
System.
No.
IFRS,
standards.
Which one?
IFS.
No.
Indian accounting standard, right? That's
Right.
Indian is
IAS will be used, meaning what?
Indian accounting standards.
Indian accounting standard. Any company who is operating in India will be preparing their financials based on IAS or based on Indian accounting standard. Similarly, if you look at any company operating in USA, how do they do it?
US GAAP.
IFRS.
Gap.
Gap. Yeah.
US GAAP, right? Any company operating in India will be using Indian accounting standard. Similarly, any company operating in US will be following US GAAP. Like this, for every country, there is their own accounting standard. If somebody doesn't have their own accounting standard, they will follow the global accounting. What is the global accounting?
IFRS.
IFRS. If a country has got their own accounting, they will be using their accounting. If they don't have it, they will go for international accounting or global accounting, which is basically IFRS. These are all the questions people might put you in your interviews. When you go for SAP FICO interview, people might put these questions. You say that, okay, you did project for Indian client. Okay, which accounting was used there? Which accounting principle was used? Which accounting principle you worked on? You cannot tell, I don't know, right? Having
So
said you
a
did
quick
2 project, 3
a,
project.
a quick question, like the accounting is same in any country, like business transaction journal entry. Then why we
Flow
have
is the same.
IAS, US GAAP? Yeah.
It is the format that you have to follow, treatment that you'll have to take.
Okay.
Debit, credit, it will be the same. The way you debit, the way you credit, it will be the same. But there are certain things, right, which are to be treated in a different way from accounting point of view, not the journal entry. Accounting meaning all this. All this. If you look at India, you have something called what? Provident fund, pension. You have what you say, different other tax related things, depreciation, taxation, and all, which you will understand as we progress. I'll connect a different point. Why we have different accounting principle, what will be the use of it, how we need to understand all these things. We will be connecting as you move forward, because so slowly we will connect, we will adopt SAP related things, and then you will be able to practically relate. Understood, right? At this moment, if you are able to relate, if you are able to remember what we are discussing, it is enough, because all this we will practically connect with the help of different simple example. Clear so far?
Yes, sir.
Clear, right? And in the next session, what we will do, we will take a simple example. I will write simple example. Collectively, we will be perform the accounting. We will understand what is business transaction, why it is called as a business transaction. From there, whatever we discussed, everything we will revise with the help of one accounting example in the next session, so that you will practically relate, you will practically understand every point whatever we discussed now in the next session. Understood, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Fine, then let me stop this recording now.